Hey, what's going on, Outrage crew? Beautiful Saturday. I woke up so late again. Late night gym trips. It's the life I'm on. We're making NBA lineups. I went to do a little comedy review last night. I did a show at the Flappers in Burbank. All right. Let's wait for the list to get populated there. Let's stream. Let's share this out on Facebook. See if I can get some of my Facebook friends in here to watch me chatterbox. Chatterbox Saturday. Salacious Saturday streaming. It was a damn salacious show last night that I put on. Oh, don't listen, don't watch yourself streaming. That's a little gratuitous, sir. Don't do all of that. So yeah, I know I'm late. I'm trying to aim for 1 p.m. Pacific to start these streams, but I keep having these late nights. They're so seductive. The late nights, and that leads to late, non-existent mornings, and I wake up in the afternoon. Um, Talking comedy and what else we doing? Comedy. Talking comedy and everything outrageous. All right, we'll wait till we get populated a little bit. Hopefully there's some people hanging around. On a Saturday. What up, what up? We out here in LA. Yeah, dude. Did the show at Flappers last night. Um, and I'll wait to really get into it till we get some people in here. Um, but yeah, not much sun to be had today. It was a little bit overcast, a little bit cloudy. It was goddamn a fog machine in Burbank last night. Cause I was up there at the Planet Fitness. Came out of the gym at like 3 a.m. and man, it was like that movie The Mist. All them giant alien monsters walking around and shit. I was scared, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go through some Drudge Report headlines here until we get some people populating. The CIA says the Saudi prince did it. What is it, you ask? We shall find out live on the podcast here. Saudi crown prince ordered Khashoggi's assassination. Oh, the that journalist guy who. The CIA has concluded that Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman ordered the assassination of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in Istanbul last month, contradicting the Saudi government's claims that he was not involved. Well, if you can't trust the Saudi government, who can you trust? What's the world coming to? Um, I think that's one of the main things that Trump has done well is we're starting to become energy independent, and there's more fracking and drilling here, which despite the outrage from the environmentalists, um, it's helping us get off of the Saudi connection for all of our oil, which would be nice if we wouldn't have to depend on barbaric theocracies and defend them militarily. Especially when, you know, the hijackers of 9/11, 15 of the 17 were Saudi. But, you know. Yeah, they're just up to no good there in Saudi Arabia. And it would be nice if we weren't forced to do business with them. So it looks like all the Outrage crew is having a busy Saturday out there. We're 6 minutes in, and I'm talking to myself, ladies and gentlemen. But the show must go on. Sooner or later, we get some people in here. That's what happens when you're late on the stream. Everybody thinks you're not doing it. Well, I pledge to all the Outrage TV faithful out there, I will be faithful in getting the stream up at some point every day. Will it be 1 p.m. Pacific time? Probably not. Will it be maybe a little later? More likely. Because you boys out on that late night life. Nick Jordan's on that late night life. Yeah, if we get a few people in here, we're gonna break down some of the comedy shenanigans I was up to last night. Play the clip a little bit, break some shit down, figure out what I'm doing tonight on stage. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're just hanging out. Here's so that's enough of the, okay, I don't even know what to make of that assassination of the journalist guy. People say that, you know, he's just being labeled as a journalist to garner up sympathy for this for the supposed attack on the media and Trump's hateful rhetoric leading to disasters. I don't know exactly. I haven't researched that enough. Trump in the fire zone. What are they talking about here? On Drudge Report. November 17th. Trump tours Paradise area, calls wildfire, quote, a really bad one. From the ashes of a mobile home and RV park, President Donald Trump said Saturday he came to the heart of California's killer wildfire to fully grasp the scale of the desolation wrought on the landscape. I'm going to have to work quickly. Hopefully this is going to be the last of these because this was a really, really bad one. Said the president standing amid the crumpled foundation of homes, twisted steel, melted cars. Well, that's truly hateful of Donald Trump to not point out the real culprit in this situation, and that's climate deniers. Not lowering their footprint, not listening to Bill Nye, not paying their dues to Leonardo DiCaprio and Al Gore. That's truly horrific. And equally probably as horrific that Trump didn't mention them by name. Um, Probably, we can relate this somehow back to the dog whistling to his white supremacist base. Hey, we got somebody in here. How we doing on a Saturday afternoon? What's good? Share the stream out. Let's have some fun, man. We're gonna break down some comedy from last night. I don't have much on the agenda today to talk about, so we can throw out some topics, talk about whatever y'all want. Not much going on out here in lazy Saturday in LA. It's good. What's up, my friend? I can't pronounce your name, but welcome. His name looked a little bit Arabic there. Said Saudi Arabian coming in to defend his countrymen? Quite possibly. Oh, Russian. Okay. What's up, man? Thank you for implanting your thank you for implanting your Russian spy Donald Trump to hijack our country. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate the whole no war with Russia thing, which is kind of what Hillary wanted, not exactly what thinking people wanted. But is there some kind of Russian salute like to the countrymen? Like I know there's the if I made dog whistle to my extremist supporters. Yeah, man. The left wing here in America, they used to be anti-war, but then all of a sudden, the rhetoric became, "Oh, we need a no-fly zone over Syria, and we really desperately want to shoot down some Russian aircraft, and because Russians bad," and that became the whole excuse for why the left wing lost, of course, and for why Hillary lost was Russians bad. Never mind, never mind all the WikiLeaks that came out that showed that they were conspiring against Bernie Sanders, showed that CNN was giving the debate questions to Hillary, showed that all this foreign money was coming into the Clinton Foundation, and they were doing favors in favor of the people that were donating the money to the Clinton Foundation. No, never mind all of that. Donald Trump likes getting pissed on by Russian hookers. Oh, that's cool, man. You live in Texas. I'm from Oklahoma. Yeah, dude. I can't believe that the Russian narrative is still somehow floating with this Mueller investigation. They're still somehow trying to prove that Donald Trump was a Russian agent and that he likes getting pissed on by Russian hookers. Is there something special about Russian hookers where, like, I don't know, does their piss, do they piss pure vodka or something? I don't know what the allure there would be for Donald Trump to get pissed on by Russian hookers, but that was the big revelation in the BuzzFeed dossier that was attempted to be they tried to say was legitimate. Oh, of course, yes. They can't stand. That's pretty much all that the Russian investigation into Trump has found, is that Donald Trump fucks. He's an unapologetic cocksman, and that is tantamount to sexual assault. These days. The more they look into Donald Trump, the more they find out that he fucks. And that's infuriating. Infuriating to the left wing who's, you know, they're he's he's working with he's working with Vladimir Putin to not go to war. How horrible. Like the left used to be anti-war, and now suddenly being anti-war and not wanting to go to war with Russia is treason. You don't want to reinstitute the draft and round up all the fucking straight white males out there and send them off to fight in the tundra. Send them off to die in the tundra. I don't know, man. I want to visit Russia sometime because I think it's it's a lot of scare stories that are put out about Russia, but I feel like there's a lot of good people there. They just like drinking it up, having a good fucking time. Just don't piss the mafia off and you'll be fine. That's how I feel about it. Go over there and see some of that. I don't even know what you go see in Russia. Does Russia have do they have a particular cuisine that only Russians do that's really good? I know that there's a Russian restaurant right down the street from me in Hollywood, and it's probably, some state agent spies going on there. Borscht. I'll look into some borscht recipes to prepare myself for my trip over to Russia eventually. I've actually never been outside the U.S. But yeah, the Russian investigation is just an absurd joke at this point that it's still going on. What have they not found? We have still yet to put a camera up Donald Trump's asshole and search for Russian spies, but that's coming on the taxpayer dime. But yeah, it was the left wing's big excuse for why they didn't win. The left wing's big excuse for why they didn't win. It wasn't that Hillary was a terrible candidate or that she was like sick and passing out and coughing and they had to dope her up on all these drugs for her to even go out and finish a speech. Or it wasn't all the corruption with the emails that was actually treasonous, opened us wide open, having classified information on a private email server, leaving us wide open to hacking from any competent foreign state actors. It wasn't that. It wasn't, Hillary's blatant incompetence as the Secretary of State when she, completely disintegrated the leadership in Libya and helped fund the quote-unquote rebels, which turned out to be ISIS. Whoops! And collapsed the Middle East. If migrants force DHS to use weapons to stop them, Dens will... Yeah, that is probably a big motivation of that, the migrant horde. The loving migrant horde that's marching up toward the southern border. It seems to be kind of an open provocation for force. Like they want to have that iconography of the border patrol forcibly stopping people from coming over the border, and they want to play up the sympathy for these people. Oh, they're just looking for a better life. They're just broke and they're just looking for a better life. And that's the whole story. And you're evil if you don't want to let them in. Okay. Just let all these third world migrants pour in and vote for the left wing, because the left wing has run out of ideas to convince actual Americans that their ideas will work, or that they even have any ideas to begin with. Our ideas are, the left wing's ideas in America is Orange Man bad, right? That's an idea. That's a big policy idea. Orange man bad. So that's one. And then Russia bad. And Russia and Orange Man working together, very bad. Okay? Very bad. Um, when will I be doing more clips? I'm hoping to get everybody together soon. I mean, everybody's just so damn busy. Kevin Bennett, the guy with the big beard, he's off doing comedy shows. He's booked everywhere, and I'm doing comedy every night. And our director Igor, he's wrapping up working on his first feature film, and he's busy. But I'm gonna try and get. The crew back together, and we're gonna do some more Russian spy. We be Russians, yes. We take over America. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, we really love making all those sketches. I hope you. I bet you got a big kick out of the the Russians hacking at the we're hacking in the Best Buy, and we do it for Putin, and yeah, dude, so fun. So fun, dude. The Russians were super fun. We did have an idea for a third installment of the Russian spies, where we come to Hollywood. The Russians are in Hollywood, and we've come to take over America, and we come to Beverly Hills, and we're going to see Hollywood, and we're going to show them who is boss, okay? And we drink vodka, and we get fucked up, and we take over country, okay? We here now. Thank you. Yeah, those are some of the funnest videos we made. So we got 3 people chilling in here. Let's. I was up at the Flappers Comedy Club last night. We can. I'm gonna start breaking down this set I did last night, and we'll see what y'all think about it. I did forget like one line in my in one of my jokes, and I don't know my material. Oh yes, this American accent that I'm putting on is all a ploy. This is a real accent. This is how I really talk, and hopefully they don't find me on the YouTube, because I'm staying hidden in the Outrage TV, and hopefully they think I'm American, because it's my only hope to prove to that I'm American. Yeah, the NSA has picked up on the Russian accent, and Mueller is watching right now. So leave a comment for Robert Mueller. Mr. Mueller, oh, you'll never stop us. Trump has taken over. It's too late. Oh, dude, you saw Rocky. You saw the Rocky movie. That was propaganda to lead to what has happened now. Forget Ivan Drogo. It is Outrage TV. Outrage TV has taken its proper place in the world. We have achieved Commander-in-Chief #1 puppet. Yeah. We need a sketch on Robert Mueller, just how him, like, just looking over and over for nothing, and all he finds out is like the dirt on Trump is like all of his past like supermodel girlfriends. Like, he's another supermodel. Damn it! I'm looking for Russian collusion, and it's just titties and ass. Oh my god! More titties and ass again. No, the president fucks. Oh. What are we gonna do? We need war with Russia. No. There will be no war with Russia. Yes. Yeah, he just gets tired of looking through all the supermodel pictures, and it's 4 a.m. and he can't stand it anymore, and he just rubs one out. and then goes to sleep and wakes up and does it all again the next day. That's Robert Mueller's life for the past 10 months. It's just been looking through Donald Trump's past girlfriends and getting outrageously kind of turned on and pissed off at the same time. Thank you, Noodles. We love doing the sketches. We're gonna try to do some more of them. I think that would be a good idea. I should play Robert Mueller. I need to shave this thing here, and I can look very stuffy and very idiotic. And this is my Robert Mueller face. We're gonna get you, Mr. President. You think you could just take over this country with your Russian demons? Yeah, dude, that'll depress you when you're looking for when you're trying to take down Donald Trump. That's an exhausting task that I don't think will be completed. But yeah, dude, the Russian investigation is so absurd. And then when you look deeper into it, like the whole thing, the whole Russia distraction was like, it all started with the WikiLeaks things. When the WikiLeaks really started coming out, that's when people saw that shit, that the nasty shit that was going on in the Democratic Party and all the emails they were sending that back to each other. And that's when they really started the Russian narrative that, oh, the Russians had hacked the DNC and they leaked out all this information. And they never said any of the information that was leaked out from WikiLeaks was false. That was never their argument, that it was false. It was just that the Russians did it, and so it's bad. And what really makes sense more than that narrative that they cooked up and immediately pushed, what makes a lot more sense is that guy Seth Rich, who worked for the DNC and was a Bernie supporter, and then that was one of the main revelations in the WikiLeaks, was that the DNC had been conspiring specifically against Bernie Sanders and for Hillary. And then Seth Rich, that the theory is that the WikiLeaks, the data that was given to WikiLeaks from the DNC was downloaded at such a rate of speed from the DNC servers that it couldn't have been a remote hacking. It couldn't have been a remote hacking. The data was transferred so fast that it had to be a direct download, like to a flash drive or something. Which the only thing would make sense is that Seth Rich, working at the DNC, was reading these internal emails and stuff and seeing that they were conspiring against Bernie, and then he decided to take that information, send it to WikiLeaks to have it get exposed anonymously, and then conveniently, exactly, that's when Seth Rich died in a botched robbery, okay, where they took none of his valuables, okay? And left a nice watch, left his wallet, and he's dead in the street. And don't ask any questions, because Robert Mueller and Hillary Clinton are angels, okay? Yeah, you really got to go back to the robbery handbook when you end up just shooting somebody and not taking their stuff. And I mean, They killed him, and then they were running away, and they were like, oh, I forgot to rob him. I'm really going to try to be better next time. The next time I rob somebody, I'm going to remember to take their stuff. I got to go back and revisit my robbery handbook here and figure out what I did wrong, and I'm going to try to get better. Okay? And so, I mean, it's the most devious conspiracy you could possibly think of, but all of the pieces line up perfectly. And then Julian Assange comes out and basically says that Seth Rich was their source for the DNC hacks. So you know, it's it's quite devious, everybody. I'm just so glad that we have this Russian agent in as our president instead of Hillary Clinton. I'm so glad this hacking lead to no war with Russia. I love Russia. We don't need to drop bombs on each other. We drink together. How about this? How about this? That's what Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, when they went back and they were talking in the room, and it was very conspiratorial and evil, said the media. I think they were toasting each other with vodka shots and said, hey, yes, peace to the world. That probably didn't happen because Donald Trump doesn't drink. Maybe he broke his pact just for one moment, just to have shots. I mean, if you're gonna drink, I mean, I think that would be the situation. If you're gonna drink for the first time in your life, when Vladimir Putin offers you a shot of vodka, I think you should take that shot of vodka. Oh yeah, the Democrats want your guns, baby. They want them guns, boy. They want, yeah. Yeah, that's the most absurd and stupid platform that the left is running on right now, is gun control. And of course the media whips up and plays these gun attacks on a loop and blames guns automatically. And you're just supposed to immediately like want to take people's rights to gun ownership away because some evil people do evil things with guns. And it's just the most idiotic argument. You have to just literally not be able to think to be pro-gun control. Because pro-gun control, you're not anti-gun, you're just anti-private citizens having guns. Because then the guns are going to be there either way. You either allow private citizens to own guns legally, or you just have the government with guns, and then you have a black market with guns where only criminals are getting them, because criminals, believe it or not, criminals don't follow the law. So if you were thinking about going and murdering people, I don't think gun control laws are going to stop you from getting your firearm. Well, I do want to go light up a whole crowd of people and tear them into pieces with bullets, but I'm having a little moral conflict with the gun ownership laws. It's really, I'm going to have to go and apply for my, apply at the gun store and see if, go get my background check, and hopefully I'll get a gun. No, if you're a criminal to that level, you will find a way to get a gun. Guns will exist, just like prohibition of alcohol, just like prohibition of marijuana. It's the same argument, and it's hilarious how the left, who's so anti-drug war, and pro-marijuana legalization, it's the same argument with prohibition of alcohol and prohibition of drugs. You make something illegal, you create a black market. You don't lower the you don't lower the desire for guns. You don't lower the desire for alcohol if you institute prohibition. You just create Al Capone. You just create the moonshiners. You don't inject marijuana, do you? Can you inject marijuana? I haven't tried that yet. I've tried virtually every marijuana delivery system there is. I've done bongs, not gongs. I haven't like and weed smoke comes out. No, I've smoked bongs, pipes, joints, blunts. I've worn a gas mask with a bong attached to it where it fills up around your face. I've gotten high in every single possible way except apparently injection. Inject hot dogs into my butt. I haven't tried that either. it seems like they'd be a little cold. Do you cook the hot dogs first, or that might be an issue. But as I was saying, that it's the same. The gun control argument is the same argument that fails when it comes to prohibition of alcohol and prohibition of drugs and outlawing drugs, having a drug war. People are going to want the drugs. It doesn't change the desire writing a law against it. It doesn't change the desire, so people will just willfully become criminals on the black market, and that's what happens. And then it creates a market for the DEA and the like the people who used to enforce prohibition. It just gives an excuse for the government to collect more taxes and have more agencies and do more things to quote unquote help. No, it's the government self-perpetuating their own existence. And so the gun control argument is the same argument. There's going to be guns. There are, I think I've read somewhere there's more guns than there are people in the U.S. So the guns aren't going anywhere. The guns aren't just going to disappear because you write stricter gun control laws. It's just going to go underground, and the people are going to find a way to get guns, especially if they're criminals. The only people that are going to be affected by gun control laws are law-abiding citizens that weren't going to go murder a bunch of people anyway. They planted you got set up, and they planted a meth lab in your kitchen. Well, I mean, did you deserve it? Did you support Trump? I think if you supported Trump, you probably deserved it. You know. You just woke up one morning and there was a meth lab in your kitchen, and Robert Mueller's fingerprints were everywhere, you know, and Seth Rich's body was in your kitchen too. Man, it's a shame, but you know, if you support Russia, you probably deserve this. You know, if you support Russia, you know, you get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. So yeah, let's hold on. Bear with me 1 second. I'm a gambler, ladies and gentlemen. I admit it. We're getting ready to go through my comedy set from last night. So bear with me, please. I just saw some updates on the NBA stuff today. The NBA games. I gamble on NBA. And I just saw some late breaking updates that players I thought weren't going to play are going to play. So I'm going to make a couple little quick adjustments here. And don't worry, I can debunk gun control arguments while I'm adjusting my NBA lineups. But yeah, it's such an easily. Oh no, you got a nightmare that Hillary was sleeping with me. Is that just sleeping with you, or like sleeping with you? Like, how graphic did it get, dude? That's a scary ass dream. That is terribly frightening. I think, that could probably be something that they do in Guantanamo Bay for torture, is they have like a simulation where Hillary Clinton is like a jaded lover who's stalking you. Kill me now. You must disinfect penis. Disinfect penis. I agree. Sorry, everybody. I just got to take 1 second here to adjust my lineups. Supposedly Victor Oladipo was not playing for the Indiana Pacers today, but now apparently he is, and they're going to blow out the Atlanta Hawks. It's going to happen. So I got JJ Barea in there. And then, okay, what else did I do? Lonzo Ball. Let's see. I need a shooting guard, ladies and gentlemen. Shooting guard. We're going to go with... Do we have any NBA fans? Anybody like basketball in here? Thank you, sir. How should I pronounce your name? It's you have all those wonderful Russian characters in your name. I want to say your name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Should I just call you Gabrusha? Beautiful. Well, I'm glad you like our Russian videos. That we should probably do another Russian one to start out, just to celebrate the ongoing madness of the Russia investigation. Yeah, Gabrusha. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I need a shooting guard. Thank you. I played Leon Trotsky in a theater play in college, so I had to and I had some lines where I actually was or no, that was I was speaking German, but I didn't actually speak Russian, so I don't like know any actual Russian language terms, but I do have the accent down pretty good. Okay, we're gonna go with Cameron Payne and then 7400. And we're gonna go with Clint Capella. Vodka. Yes. I had a couple of shots of vodka before my comedy set last night, actually. Walking around Burbank. The 2 Tallboy Coors Lights I drank in preparation was not enough. Not enough for the Russian bot. I had to walk to liquor store and purchase vodka. They had $1 shot vodka. Oh, unbeatable. So we're going to go with Clint Capella right there. And then we're going to lock the lineup up. Yeah. Let's go. Clint Capella. All right. So let's, I got my NBA lineup. I made some adjustments there. And let me be right back. I'm gonna do a little tinkle break, and then we're gonna break down this. Hey, what's up, pretzels? What's up, August? Argentina in the house. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little tinkle break. Be back in 2 seconds, and we're gonna break down this comedy clip. Be right back. All right. Yesterday, somebody said that they could hear me pissing in the background, which really warms my heart. I'm glad we have such an intimate relationship here on the Outrage cast. And, you know, I'm just trying to be open and honest with everybody. And I'm not a Russian spy. I'm not. I promise I'm not a Russian spy. All right, let's listen to these shenanigans from last night, and you guys tell me what you think. What do you think about what happens in California? You mean the wildfire, or are you talking about the communism and the rampant homelessness? A lot of things happening in California here, or the big fake asses on women now. Well, at least as long as your nightmares don't include sleeping with Hillary Clinton, that's the main thing. Oh, the fire. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but apparently they don't let fires naturally burn out here. So when they do happen, it's like huge and catastrophic. We don't get a lot of rain, and so, but it's not anywhere near me. So it did take out Caitlyn Jenner's house, the woman of the year. Caitlyn Jenner, I don't know. For me, a woman has an ass and no dick. Apparently, Caitlyn Jenner got rid of her dick. I don't know. She is the woman of the year. No, I'm definitely an ass man. That's one of the beautiful things about living out here in California. And we're going to get into some of that now. I talk about, in this comedy clip, the one of the girls I know with the big, beautiful, delicious, tattooed ass out here. One of these stripper chicks. That I love so much. 8-year-olds. This is a definitely at least a PG-13 show, as you're gonna see by this comedy clip. All right, here we go.
My sweater's 5 foot even, so I cannot.
And first of all, the host of this show, it was funny. She looked like a bootleg version of Rachel Maddow. I mean, she had I was actually jealous of her hair. She had tremendous hair, but it was aggressively lesbian. Okay, so I'm talking about premature ejaculation and doing squats so you make sure that your dick works in this set right here. I wanted to keep it out of politics a little bit because I went real heavy on politics the last time I was at Flappers in Burbank, and the crowd like pulled back like I was Hillary Clinton in a in their nightmare, trying to sleep with them. You know, that's how they looked at me the last time when I was talking about politics. Not while doing squats, you'll see. Premature ejaculation and then doing squats to make sure your dick works properly. All right, here we go.
Thank you. Outrage TV, give it up for Nick Jordan. Thank you. It's true, I am from Oklahoma. So glad to be here in LA. There's a lot of fucking going on in LA, isn't there? Everybody's fucking, you know. It's like that Weekend song, everybody fucking, he's right. You know, a lot of sexual activity out here, man. You gotta be on top of your fuck game in LA, man. It's true. Can't be slipping on the fuck game. We got any premature ejaculators out there besides me? Anybody? Man, I've had some slight issues, dude, for years going, boy. Slight issues. And when you have that, you know, no major issues. A couple glasses of wine can mitigate it, you know. We can work something out, you know. But, you know, when you got the slight issues going on, you got to have a little technique in your head, you know, that happens. Is the mic dying right now? I don't know what the... No talking about ejaculation, sir. That's off.
It sounded like the mic was weird.
I don't know. Okay, it's working again. All right. So you gotta have techniques in your head, right, to mitigate the situation. So like I've had, like one of the things I've done is y'all know who Mark McGuire is or was, home run slugger, boy. So when I'm doing my best not to nut, here's what I think about. I think about Mark McGuire and his like meaty, like freckled, red-haired forearms, dude. Bashing them fucking home runs. That's what I think. The home run king, dude.
All right, we'll see you.
And that worked for a long time.
We'll see you, buddy.
You know, I got too self-conscious about it. Didn't work it again. Didn't work anymore. So then I moved on to what I saw something in a porno online. I saw this. There was this dude who was fucking, right, and he was getting this beautiful blowjob situation was happening to this man. And he had this look on his face that was very confusing to me. He looked like he just got like he came home and there was a home invasion. Like he looked like there was like something really wrong happening. Like he looked like he was pissed off that the girl was sucking his dick. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bitch? Like, who do you think you are to suck this? Like, you're doing it right, but that was a surprise. I didn't expect that. What are you doing? What do you think you? And I was like, this dude's on to something, you know? Because like when you got a pissed off look on your face, it's hard to come because your brain's like, what's wrong? Is something, do we need to tend to something that we forgot about? You know? And so that worked until I got too self-conscious and it stopped working. So then I moved on to the holy grail of not coming. I've got the secrets, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to report. Keep your socks on. Okay? Keep the socks on, all right? My brain was like, are we going somewhere? Are we putting the shoes on? There's no way we're coming right now. So I'm like, damn, I did it one time with the socks on and I lasted forever. So I'm like, damn, maybe the more clothes I got on, the longer I'm gonna last. I'm thinking about starting to fuck with boots on, dude. I'm gonna put some goddamn cowboy boots on representing the Midwest, you know. You can't keep the boots on in the bed, though. That's straight up disrespectful, all right? You got to keep the fucking on the edge of the bed and stand off the bed. You know, that's how pros do it, apparently. From what I've learned in my experience. Oh, dude.
And the line I forgot there was, I'm thinking about just wearing a 3-piece suit and fucking like a Wall Street banker and pulling through the zipper. That would have got a big laugh, I think. And I forgot that line. So damn it. But here's the second part of the bit.
It's yeah, man. I mean, you gotta keep your stamina up too. Like I started doing squats again. I originally stopped doing squats because my ass was looking way too nice. Like when I'm going up picking up Postmates in West Hollywood, I was getting way too many sideways looks. Like, yes, sir. I was like, all right, I appreciate that, but you know what? Maybe stopping the squats for a couple of months. But you know, the squats really help. Your dick strength and your virility, you know, it helps with the situation, just so you know. And before I started doing squats again, I had one of my best friends, this girl was coming over. She's Egyptian and Venezuelan. She's a stripper chick, big, fat, beautiful ass with cherries and a music note tattooed on it, and that's my world. It's just tremendous for me. And then she came over explicitly. She hadn't been fucking with me for months, and then she came over for one day. She explicitly wanted to fuck, and I was not ready on my squat game. I had the limp dick syndrome, and the big delicious booty was sitting right there, and I was just like, man. And so I panicked in that situation, and I looked over and I was looking for some lubrication to get the situation started because she didn't want to suck the dick to get the party started. That's what I need to get the party started. I need some kind of dick sucking, and then we can go. We can do anything. But she didn't want to do that on this particular day. And so I needed some goddamn lubrication to get a dry condom on, and it was just, I looked over, all I saw out of the side of my eye was the dish liquid sitting by the sink. And I was in a panic mode, so I was like, man, I need to please that situation there. So I went over and I grabbed the dish liquid. It was all over me. It was all inside the condom. And let me tell you, do not ever do that. Do not ever do that. It will dry you out. All right, my dick was looking like a goddamn desert reptile. 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, lost without a cause. All right, my name is Nick Jordan. Thank you.
All right, so that intro and the second part of the bit was way too labored and long, and but the first part of it, the premature ejaculation, I think was working good, but I forgot the main bit at the end, the Wall Street banker, and I think it is a funny story of not being able to get your dick up because you haven't been doing your squats, you haven't been staying as healthy as you could, and then the using the dish liquid on your dick, that actually did happen, and that was quite unfortunate. For the next like 3 to 4 days, I definitely had a reptile dick going on. It was, I developed scales. My dick was so dry. The skin on it was so dry. Yeah, I think the intro to the second part of the bit was a little too long to get into the story. And so the punchline didn't hit as hard. So I need to tighten up the second part of that story, or make it a separate bit entirely. But yeah, that was last night. It started off pretty hot and then trailed off toward the end when I got too deep off into the setting up the story, So on we go. I'll be at the Fourth Wall Comedy Club tonight, 10 o'clock. Anybody in LA, up in North Hollywood, it's Fourth Wall. So working out probably some new material, figuring it out, and yeah, dude. So yeah, I think both of those things kind of fall into the same topic as like being on top of your fuck game in LA. It's wild out here, man. People. Oh, what's up, Brain Eater? What's happening? We just got through breaking down my comedy set from last night. I got a little too. I ran off on a bunch of descriptions, setting up the story and everything. And but yeah, man, it's a process to tighten up everything and make it hit hard and get your punchlines together and stuff. But yeah, it's fun, man. That club up there in Burbank, Flappers, I don't know. It's a weird vibe sometimes, and there wasn't a lot of people there last night. And then like nobody was talking about anything sexual, and then I went up there with that set. So I think I kind of blew their hair back a little bit, but that's okay. At least I didn't go up there and piss everybody off politically like I did last time. But yeah, we were talking about we had a genuine Russian individual in the chat here, Gabrusha, and he lives in Texas. We were talking about how ridiculous the damn Russia investigation is that's still going on. But yeah, dude. Yeah, I forgot that part of the bit about the Wall Street banker. But I think the premature ejaculation bit works pretty good, and so I keep that one in my back pocket. And the squats helping your fuck game. Pairing it together, it's a little too dick centric. Probably, I probably should have did a couple different topics and got into something. Maybe I could have did something political. But yeah, we'll keep it rolling on the comedy front out here. We're trying to do another. I was just talking with Mr. Gabrusha. We need to do a damn another Russian spy Outrage TV sketch. Probably something to do with Robert Mueller too. We need to. Oh yeah, just grow from it. Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking about. I'm gonna start a text with Igor and Kevin Bennett, and we're gonna try to get this sketch game rolling again, and see what we can do. We need somebody to play Robert Mueller and the Russian spies, though. Maybe we could do a kind of a cut back and forth where, like, I don't know, but I need the beard to be the Russian guy, right? I need beard to be the Russian. So shoot half the scene with me as the Russian spy and half the scene with me as Robert Mueller. I don't know. No, it's just funny to me that the Russian investigation is still going on with no end in sight. And there's like, we're just continuing the investigation just in case he does anything wrong in the foreseeable future. The continuous rolling investigation. We're going to keep an eye on Donald Trump forever, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, dude. It's a little bit absurd that they're even... It was absurd to start with that they made that excuse, the left losing, and, oh, it's the Russians' fault. And I don't blame the Russians at all for not wanting Hillary Clinton and not wanting war with the United States. It's surprising as it may seem. A giant war between two nuclear superpowers, not that fun. Okay. But yeah, just on that second part of the bit there, I need to tighten up the beginning and shorten up the description a little bit and get to the meat of the story. Don't use dish liquid as lubrication, ladies and gentlemen. That's the big message I'm trying to send out into the world today. It will not help. You will regret it. All right, everybody. It was fun. We might have some more comedy to break down tomorrow. I'm going to try some new shit. And who knows what the news is going to bring for tomorrow. All kinds of stuff happening in the world. But yeah, I'll probably wrap up the stream for today. Be back. I'll try to be up by 1 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, and get you on a tighter time schedule there, and we'll get it rolling again. Thanks to everybody who was watching. Share it out. Outrage Cast is on all the podcast apps. Yeah, Outrage Cast, Outrage TV, doing our thing. And we'll try to get some sketches cooked up and in the works for you all. So we'll get it working. Bitcoin address in the back in the low bar if you want to send me some shekels. Yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in and listening and staying loyal to us. And we're gonna keep rolling, baby. All right. Well, we'll sign off for today. Have a beautiful Saturday, everybody. Peace. Peace out, everybody. We'll see y'all.